Welcome. Here looking at the advanced configuration of Mastar's Kistar telephone answering service application, and we're going to discuss VoIP and connectivity. The master enable switch needs to be turned on to turn this option on, and it's run by using the RESTful REST API, and I would be able to set up multiple agents. And here I have agent numbers assigned by the operator logging into the Kistar program. Stepping back one, the operator manager, and this application manages operators logging on. And as they log on, they are allocated one of the voice over IP agents, and there was 3 there. And as they log off, it releases that agent for some other operator to log on and use that agent number. Returning back to the main menu from the advanced configuration that deals with setup and billing and some other things, moving of messages. This would be the main screen where an operator would return back from taking or doing something on an account with a message. There's various ways to get on into the account. One is a manual process, MAST, one account, and hit enter. Puts me to that account screen where I can take a message for Sally, and this would be a blank message, maybe some quick fill-in stuff. I'm returning back to the account number, and I've got an incremented message. Or I can find any place where I find the same account number going to the same place. But for connectivity to a voice over IP provider, it would be easier to take a message and return back to this main menu and take the next incoming call. And that would bring us to the same place. In addition to, the second thing that's needed is to be able to dial out and go into a phone book. I can click on any one of the lightning bolt icons throughout the program and dial out, and I shall have my phone ringing here in a second. Using another provider. Okay. The third thing I need to be done is to be able to see all the incoming calls. In this case, I've got 4 lines that could be ringing in at the same time, and different operators are picking up those first in, first out calls using the red button. So I like to be able to look ahead and see the whole process. This box is just viewing a HTML URL link. In the background, the same would be as I'm looking at here. I've got some kind of command going to some provider with account number. And when a call comes in, this would be displayed for a manual answering service process. And you just read the screen and take a message somehow. With that said, this is the exact same screen, but with a different pop to view in a little cleaner fashion. line by line item. So as a call comes in or is out called, the VoIP system will give us caller ID and a short answer phrase along this line, 4 lines deep, and I've seen this full. So there's 3 things that we need to be able to do. We need to get the next call in the VoIP provider queue, and that's 1 line of code. We need to get a view of all and we need to dial out. That technology, I understand, is called RESTful. It's a REST, R-E-S-T .api technology, and that is a piece of equipment of some sort talking through a language to produce something on an HTML page. The Filemaker application, filemaker.com, its foundation reads web pages. So by following the Filemaker rule and what the Filemaker application engine can do in the first place, allows us as FileMaker programmers to advance doing some other things versus the other only way that I can connect up to the voice over IP systems is through some TAPI API. This process is just several lines of code triggering a web page and reading the web page data back and forth. Let the voice over IP provider front end PBX telephone system, quote unquote, with the operators plugged into the headsets, into your computer, into your internet. Your control panel is the internet. Your telephone company is the internet. Let it answer all and disperse caller ID, forwarded numbers, smaller answer phrases. ACD automatically distribute to the next operator the next incoming call wherever they're plugged into the internet. I do not want to reinvent the wheel, and I do not want to run the PBX system. I just want to identify, pop up, dial out. And any provider that can provide the RESTful API and write a small amount of code so that my code can match your code,